And the Delhi Chief Minister Sheila Dikshit has admitted that there is lack of security in the national capital and said that women are not safe in Delhi.
नहीं है, एक फीलिंग सुरक्षा की नहीं है, बिल्कुल नहीं है। ये जो कांड कल हुआ है लाजपत नगर, इससे और हमें धक्का पहुंचा है और चिंता भी बढ़ी है। तो इसमें करना पड़ेगा। तो जो हम प्रोग्राम 8 मार्च विमेंस डे पे करें, वो विमेन सिक्योरिटी के ऊपर भी, सावधानी के ऊपर और डिमांड के भाई और सिक्योरिटी होनी चाहिए। लेकिन सिक्योरिटी पुलिस तो एक तरफ है ही है। मेरे ख्याल है जैसी संतुष्टता होनी चाहिए वो नहीं है।
Sanket Upadhyay joining us with more on this story. Sanket, a shocking admission by the Delhi Chief Minister saying the national capital is not safe for women.
Well, yes, and many, Anand, would perhaps read this statement by the Delhi Chief Minister as perhaps yet another round of a conflict between, say, the central government, that is the Delhi police, the wing that controls Delhi police, and also the Delhi government. We must remember, Anand, that Delhi police does not fall directly under the jurisdiction of the Delhi Chief Minister. So the statement that she has made, perhaps in the days to come, might be seen.
Sanket, just stay with us. We've got Ranjana Kumari also joining us on the phone. Madam, your reaction to the Delhi Chief Minister's shocking admission saying women are not safe in the national capital?
Well, I think this is what she has created Delhi into. I think she should take better responsibility of what she's saying, of her statement. 14 years she has been, in the city. I think 12 years now by the time the next election comes. So what has happened over a decade of her own being Chief Minister of Delhi? She has created a city where no woman is feeling safe. She herself is, taking this, saying that, admitting that no woman is feeling safe. So who are we? This is scary because we don't know then who is going to take responsibility of citizens of Delhi, who conditions of safety and security for women in Delhi. It is really amazing the way, yesterday we were in a meeting with the Chief Minister with all her entourage in her office. There are 1,500 night shelters, she said, have been created. And she said, nobody wants to go and live in those shelters. Now, this is really sad because there must be something really wrong. She said there are short stay homes, no women are living there. So what kind of a system, how systems have been managed in the city? If this is the state of affairs, then let somebody else handle all this, who can really do it effectively. Why to say that, no woman is feeling safe in Delhi? So who's responsible? Is it only police? Because police is not under her, so she can make such a, strong statement. I think this is not at all acceptable. Chief Minister of Delhi will have to take responsibility and have to be accountable for it. And how she does it, I don't know. We are very upset about the whole situation at the moment.
Madam, please stay with us on the phone. We're just going to play out what the Delhi Chief Minister said to our viewers once again.
नहीं है, एक फीलिंग सुरक्षा की नहीं है, बिल्कुल नहीं है। ये जो कांड कल हुआ है लाजपत नगर, इससे और हमें धक्का पहुंचा है और चिंता भी बढ़ी है। तो इसमें करना पड़ेगा। तो जो हम प्रोग्राम 8 मार्च विमेंस डे पे करें, वो विमेन सिक्योरिटी के ऊपर भी, सावधानी के ऊपर और डिमांड के भाई और सिक्योरिटी होनी चाहिए। लेकिन सिक्योरिटी पुलिस तो एक तरफ है ही है। मेरे ख्याल है जैसी संतुष्टता होनी चाहिए वो नहीं है।
We heard the Delhi Chief Minister there. Ranjana Kumari still with us. One final question. There is this perennial finger pointing going on because the Delhi government says the Delhi police doesn't come directly under their jurisdiction, so their hands are tied. They can only do so much.
No, that's not true. That's, of course, Delhi police and policing system has to be, they should decide between, it is her own party's government in UPA and she is leading in Delhi. It is Congress party responsible. So in so many years, they have not been able to evolve a system. And now when things are going bad to worse, to just keep blaming that police is not under her control is not enough. As I was telling you, that there are systems in place, for example, short stay homes, night shelter for women, then the DTC buses and training of the 4 year back, there was one organization called Jagori, and we from Center for Social Research conducted some training for the bus, drivers and the conductors. Since then, no training has happened, and now they are asking for the training. So many things that needs to be put in place by government, by Delhi government under her leadership should be done. why those things have been just looked at, in a very, very casual manner. This is what I think, because yesterday I was part of that meeting which took place in her own office, and I feel that, there are many, many things needs to be done. Every single department of her ministry, different ministries need to get involved. They need to really look at what is happening. For example, in the hospitals, when we take the rape victim in the hospital, there are no, first of all, there is no place dedicated to such kind of severe injury people who are emotionally traumatized. So they are lying in the stretcher in the gallery of the emergency ward, and then there used to be 10,000 rupees available for some kind of a treatment. The last victim we took, we were told that that particular policy is under reconsideration. So we can't give this 10,000 rupees. Here is this bleeding woman, little child. She needs operation. She needs to be looked after. And then there is no. So I think there is a huge issue of mismanagement and huge issue of putting system and streamlining the system. I'm absolutely perhaps I'm overreacting because I'm very angry at the moment in the way the things are and the way everybody is passing the buck on each other.
But thanks for talking to us, Ranjana Kumari. We are also joined by Smriti Irani and Meenakshi Lekhi on the phone. Smriti Irani, to you first. Your reaction to the Delhi Chief Minister's shocking admission, saying the feeling of security in the capital is not there. Delhi is not safe for women.
I think it's extremely shameful that the Chief Minister of the state, who is supposed to ensure that security is provided to people of the state, is making such an admission. This is an admission of bad governance, and if the Chief Minister truly believes that she is not able to fulfill her responsibility towards the citizens of Delhi, then after this statement, I think if she truly believes in the statement that she has given, this is the time then for her to step down.
Do you believe the government, it's okay just to point fingers and say that the Delhi police is not within our jurisdiction, so there's not much that we can do? Is that acceptable?
I think people are quite exasperated with the passing of the buck which is happening between the UPA and the Delhi government. And I think the citizens of Delhi and the entire nation are not missing the point that it's both at the center and in the state that the Congress is ruling. Hence, for Congress leaders to pass the buck around this way is extremely shameful, that they feel that the citizens of Delhi and the nation are not understanding just the obvious that is being staring them in the face. That's the Congress party in government at the center and the state which has totally failed the citizens of Delhi.
Smriti Irani, please stay with us. Meenakshi Lekhi also with us on the phone. You heard Ranjana Kumari say that the Delhi government itself also has to shoulder a bulk of the blame because there are a lot of lacunae within the administration itself. Plenty of loopholes which the Delhi Chief Minister has failed to plug.
Absolutely. You see, the administrative head of Delhi as a UT happens to be part UT and part state, happens to be with Sheila Dikshit. The administration includes judicial overseeing, municipal governance, electricity, and all such things, which finally lead to rape. And the factors which finally lead to rape are with Sheila Dikshit. And not losing the point that even the central government is ruled by Congress. So it is not A versus B, but it is A versus A and A versus A plus. So under these circumstances, my question would be admission and rhetoric very well, but what are you doing about it? And what is the plan of action that you have undertaken to control such situations? Have you provided the electricity? Have you electrified the streets? Have you dealt with civilian defense? Because this defense, particularly home guards and all, fall under Sheila Dikshit's jurisdiction. So under these circumstances, I think the part of the blame which she's trying to pass on to the central government, not knowing the central government itself is the Congress ruled, lies with Sheila Dikshit herself. So my question would be that forget the rhetoric, tell me what you're doing about it. And if you're not able to do anything, I think it's high time you should not continue as a chief minister.
No, Smriti Irani, what message does it send across to the women of the city or the women of the capital? Because the chief minister herself, being a woman, says, I'm not secure. The feeling of security does not happen in my state.
You know, I've seen reports of women in Delhi, serving in Delhi police, who have claimed that they themselves don't feel secure while returning to work after finishing their duty. Today, the Chief Minister of Delhi makes such a shocking statement, which makes it amply clear to the citizens who voted for her that this is a Chief Minister who cannot very clearly fulfill her responsibility. I'm extremely shocked that after the public outrage on the streets of Delhi, Congress leaders continue to pass the buck. I think they should have realized by now that the people of this nation want good governance. People of Delhi want people to take responsibility, especially when they have been elected to do so. So I am absolutely clear on this particular stand that if Sheila Dikshit feels that Delhi is insecure as the Chief Minister of Delhi, then she should step down and let somebody take charge who can get the job done.
Smriti Irani, Meenakshi Lekhi, please stay with us on the phone. And we are just going to play out what the Delhi Chief Minister said once again for our viewers.
नहीं है, एक फीलिंग सुरक्षा की नहीं है, बिल्कुल नहीं है। ये जो कांड कल हुआ है लाजपत नगर, इससे और हमें धक्का पहुंचा है और चिंता भी बढ़ी है। तो इसमें करना पड़ेगा। तो जो हम प्रोग्राम 8 मार्च विमेंस डे पे करें, वो विमेन सिक्योरिटी के ऊपर भी, सावधानी के ऊपर और डिमांड के भाई और सिक्योरिटी होनी चाहिए। लेकिन सिक्योरिटी पुलिस तो एक तरफ है ही है, मेरे ख्याल है जैसी संतुष्टता होनी चाहिए वो नहीं है।
Brinda Karat also joining us on the phone. Madam, your reaction to the Delhi Chief Minister's comment there. Women are not safe in the capital, she says.
Well, she is the Chief Minister of the government and the captain. If women are not safe in the capital, surely the Chief Minister has a responsibility to ensure they are safe. Unfortunately, what is happening is because of the multiplicity of authority in this city, it seems that between the Chief Minister and the central government, the security of women has just become a political football that kicks from one side to another. And I think it is really an indication of the failure of both the central and the state governments that this is the continuing situation for the lack of security of women in the capital. And it is indeed shocking that the Chief Minister should say this and not take any responsibility.
Being close to a decade at the helm of affairs, and she says that we need to do a special show on Women's Day, 8th of March. Is that enough? Or should she just, she should have questioned what her administration is doing so that the sense of security happens along with whatever the Delhi police is doing?
Well, as I have said, this multiplicity of authority allows both the Delhi government and the central government to escape accountability and responsibility for the high rates of crime, continuingly high rates of crime against women in the capital of India, which has been rightly called the rape capital of India. And this is just an indication of the lack of accountability which all women's groups and my party has been highlighting in our protests against following this brutal gang rape in Delhi. Why is the police commissioner not being taken to task? Why is the transport department in Delhi under Sheila Dikshit ji not being taken to task? What are the other administrative steps which the Delhi government should be taking and is not taking but blaming the central government and vice versa? So it's really a shameful state of affairs in this city.
Brinda Karat, thanks for talking to us. We also have Meenakshi Lekhi and Smriti Irani with us on the phone. Meenakshi Lekhi, your reaction, is it high time she questions herself and the administration? Because it's okay to pass the buck onto the Delhi police and say they are not under our control. But there are a lot of administrative issues which need to be addressed, especially the message that she has sent out as a woman, isn't it, to the women in the capital, saying, I myself don't get the feeling of security in the national capital.
You see, these are all rhetorics, and that's, again, I'm repeating the point that administrative well-being of the state lies with the chief ministers. Rape happens not because it's only police which has to be present round the clock at every corner. Police has to do its job, this one part of the story, but administrative failure in providing safe transport, in providing safe educational atmosphere, in providing safe streets lies with the government and lies with the government of the city, and that happens to be Delhi government again under Sheila Dikshit. Now, even in Delhi gang rape case, as correctly pointed out, the transport department is with Delhi government, and how are these private buses running as public transport system? And in a state which has got failed transport system, a failed state of affairs is also indicative of failed governance. And because municipal authorities, because there are people who without due diligence can come and stay. There are people who maybe Bangladeshi residents could be living in the city. All those things lie with the Delhi government, and Delhi government has done nothing about it. and who comes to vote, they are only being used as vote banks. Who will take
Absolutely.
responsibility for these issues? It's not Delhi police alone. Delhi police has to work in cohesive manner with Delhi government to achieve any result. The fact two governments are not doing anything about it, the entire responsibility is that of the Congress. How can a
Absolutely.
chief minister of another state get things done and chief minister of particularly belonging to Congress party is not able to get things done for her city?
Right.
And this is only a city. This is not even a whole state which has got many such cities.
But
It's
more
just
importantly,
one city.
it's our national capital and the chief minister who's responsible for running the affairs on the state or at the national capital has made this shocking admission. Plenty of tough questions that Sheila Dikshit will now have to answer. Meenakshi Lekhi, Smriti Irani, Brinda Karat, Ranjana Kumari, thanks for talking to us.